I just got sick of JD at the time. I love JD. JD's great. He did a lot for me, whatever. Hosted a lot of events at his mansion home or whatever. The one he had at the time. So, and we had a lot of good times with JD. But it was time to move on from the JD situation. I knew that at the time. And I seen JD here and there. That's my brother, one of my brother's good friends. And JD's a good guy, man, but I just knew it was time to break apart from JD at that time. And then, but now we're back. We just want to get back with JD once we get on with the more cameras and all that. Once I start making more money with the YouTube monetization and all that. Like, I'm talking big time with mine. Like, mine doesn't get deleted. Mine's solid. Stacks and Millie stuff is solid. I own all of the masters. Making royalties off all my stuff. Like, my stuff's making money. Like, my stuff is, like, actually paying for itself. Actually, my stuff's giving gifts, bro. Stacks and Millie gives... Listen, it's starting to become like there's me and then there's the brand Stacks and Millie. I get gifts from the brand Stacks and Millie all the time. It's hard to explain what I developed. Almost like a Rick Ross. It's like I always had this business mind state. So I got the business, and then it just starts giving gifts and all that. So I want to get more cameras and all that. I got a couple, but I'm planning on getting another iPhone for more videos, because iMovie is amazing. Like, that's what MMG used for a long time, too. A lot of people have been using iPhones with the iMovie. Boom, 4K iMovie, and then it's up on YouTube right away. It's like amazing quality. There's no point in even having some. But I do love DSLRs too. Like, there's some stuff I want the big tripod with the DSLR to do. Like certain shots where you don't want to hold the camera in your hands, and all that. That's what I need those for, but that's expensive. DSLR is expensive. I used to have one. We used to have the 7D and the 5D. And we shot red cameras. I want to start shooting Stacks and Millie red cameras in the future. I think we will. Once my brother catches on, once the channel gets monetization, and I have enough money, I could hit up all these other celebrities I know. And they'll bring on the red cameras, like especially my brother. Once it starts making killer money, I can be like, yo, bro, my stuff is making decent money on YouTube. Here's a little money. We want to get the red cameras, and we'll shoot a bunch of red cameras where I'm in it. Or I'll get into a red cameo. But my brother's music, see, he's not supposed to be in control of the music of his. He's not supposed to be in control of the uploading and like the marketing on the internet. He's only supposed to be making music and making videos, and then giving me those videos and music to upload and manage on the internet, because that's when it's always been done the best. But I like what he's done, but he's still messed up in a few times where he's deleted some of his great music videos. Like Never Fall. I don't know if we'll ever be able to get that one back. It's one of his greatest music videos of all time. And he deleted it. And then there was another one, The Red Rum. And with Cody Chapman, there was a bunch of different ones with Cody Chapman. I was able to recover Legacy, that Drake diss. But I got the video for that, but I don't know why at the time I downloaded Legacy, but I never downloaded, I think I downloaded it on my other computer, and by the time I got into position to download Neverfall on video on my laptop, I had an older laptop and it broke, and that's where I had the Neverfall downloaded. Then when I go to Download Never Fall Again, he's privated it. Same with a couple different other ones that made his career so much greater. Okay, he would have been at like because the label Monetized Media is putting everything. That's the label that owns Cutthroat Mafia Music Group. They're putting all the music on all the platforms like iTunes and Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, YouTube, all that. Monetization, TikTok, Instagram, all that monetization. But now we're missing a couple like key videos that would have been really good for the streams and everything, and the promotion and everything. It's like he lost millions of dollars by deleting each video. He doesn't understand what point we're at, because he wouldn't sit down at the round table with me and understand that I'm not just a kid. I used to be a kid, and then I grew up, man. I worked really hard, and I know how to run this, and we were running it really good. Then you tried to screw me over, and then it all bit you in the ass. And the only way to restart is to fuck with me. I'm Stacks and Millie. You can search me out. I got 2,200 and something videos right now on YouTube. Okay, 2,234 Stacks and Millie videos, pretty much, bro, that I did just in the past 2 years. So that's not bad. Like, I'm not saying I'm no superstar or nothing, because I definitely could use a little bit more time in the day for something. Like, I could be rapping, but I just don't have the time to audio engineer it. But I need to be at least recording. I can send it to the engineer. But I do, that's a lot of videos still. 2,300 fresh hit videos. That's a lot of content. So my brand is going to be like almost like a show or whatever. They're saying it's going to be much like a kid behind a camera or whatever. Kind of a story like a McJuggernuggets or any of those other ones. So they make good money, decent money, and that's another project. And then the music project, the John Gotti, that's my music. I basically run that as my full-time thing or whatever. Well, not full-time thing. It's a sort of a quarter thing. And then I have many other different things that I do to actually make money. But it's a nice little, it's making decent money again. It was making like $1,000 a month or more. I remember, but I know I can probably get it even higher than that by the time I'm older. If I push it from now until I'm like 40 or 50, I'd be making like a couple G's for sure, $5,000 a month if he could just keep making music and making videos. Right now, it's not making too good. It's maybe making like, I don't know. We just got some of the stuff up. We haven't got many albums up. We've only got, I think, 2 new albums up on the GON space GOTTI, and then we got 2 albums up on the John Gotti, JOHN space Gotti. And then we have a new album coming out soon on the 29th. Prince, or no. This one is a purple. No. Rockstar Status, I believe, is going to be on all the DSPs soon. But I want it all on the GON space Gotti too, because that one's got a lot of fans too. John Gotti, both names or whatever. We're building both names now instead of just one. And so that's going to be pretty profitable in the future. But my brother, he gets jealous. And if he just played his position, he'll be wealthy too. Now, who cares about who's wealthier or how they get their wealth? Like, because I'm the guy that sits on and you're the performer. Like, that's just how it's always been. And eventually you can change your position, but you need to just get it to where we're actually making this money. But we got a lot of music. We got about 6 albums. 6 albums worth of music that are going to be on all the platforms and stuff. Right now we got about 3 or 4 up right now. So we got about 6 or 7 albums and a couple singles and all that. More than a couple singles. to get it going, and then that should start making like at least like $500 a month, and then I'll be able to like, maybe we'll see if we can get more albums done. But I want him to do more music videos. I told him, like, you got all these albums, and there's like tons of songs that you got produced, and they're amazing songs. You should have been done putting out like new videos. That was the whole thing. You were supposed to make, I remember it from the get-go, I told him, start recording all these albums, songs. He got in the studio, he loved the studio, he loved the audio studio, and he had all the best equipment, all the best engineers, 2013, 2012, 2013, all the way to now. And he's recorded like 7, 8, 9 albums in the studio. And people fuck with his albums. And he's got quite a few music videos, but he doesn't have that much. He could be like gigantic, like a G-Eazy or a Rick Ross or a Busta Rhymes, anybody. Fat Joe. He could have been anybody like that and can be anybody like that. He just has to do all the music videos and visuals he can. That's how you generate more streams. You already have if you're talking dollars and cents, you already have the audio done for the for the video. Because when you're producing a video, anybody knows in the video editor, you'll have audio and you'll have video or pictures or whatever. So you've already produced that custom high quality audio that you own the masters to, and that's what's going to be monetized as well, that audio. That's one of the hardest things to get for those type of videos, is that custom audio. The only way to make it is how you made it in the studio like that. And getting it produced by the engineer and mixed and mastered and all that. And then all you need to do is invest into the visuals next of that audio, and then boom, you got a profitable work on YouTube that's making money, generating some money, and then the more you have of those, the more money you make. So in the beginning, if you're you want as many different, if you're not getting many hits or nothing, but you're getting a little bit on each one, you need as many as you can do with the visuals and the audio, and then it'll add up to a large amount. Next thing you know, you'll blow up, and every single one that you did is going to be making a large amount, and then you're fucking just extremely wealthy. And you got to watch what content you post too, as in regards to certain subjects and all that, because they'll pull you. Worse than what they did to Reebok. I mean, I imagine that Reebok deal, even though Rick Ross is extremely wealthy, I think that that Reebok deal was extremely big, but he still made something with it. But it could have been bigger in a different way. If he hadn't have got dropped, he possibly could have had his own shoe out with Reebok and all that. He could have took it that way, but that's the way he felt proper, that he wanted, how he could run with it, I think, and that's why they did that Reebok or whatever, that situation with Reebok. But like me and other people, they can completely screw you. You got to really watch your content. So you got to watch what you say, like even things that you have a personal opinion about. Sometimes you better not say it on the certain platforms, because they just don't allow it or whatever, and you have to basically, you're just not allowed to do certain things. You got to really watch that, or else boom, you lose everything on that. You got to make sure everything's backed up. Hard drives, a couple people told me, like, from the beginning, Crumbs, he's like this rapper, but he had a really nice studio in a mansion, like back in 2010, 2011. And he told us, like, you got to have everything backed up, 3, 4, 5 hard drives, all the same stuff backed up, boom, one by one by one. Because in case that first backup fails, or that second one, you'll always have that third and that fourth or whatever. Or one of them gets stolen. That's a big thing. You get robbed for your fucking expensive ass Well, it's not even an expensive hard drive, but you got some files on there and all that. You got to watch that. So you put one in your safety deposit box, one in your house, one over here, one over there. Then if they steal one, you won't lose all that because, bro, believe it or not, you have a lot of physical energy one day, and then you lose your breath the next. You lose your breath the next. Like, you don't have the energy, and you just wanted to make some money, and then next thing you know, you're not making any money because you fuck up like that, and then it's just a waste, and then you're just junky, and you're fucking like you just didn't do it right. You know what I mean? You gotta hold on to that shit. You don't know what you got. That's the biggest thing. I didn't know what I had. I had all this stuff. Still do, and I don't know what I got, man. You got to use it, but you think you don't have much, but you got a lot. Like, and sometimes I accidentally act like I don't got much when I got a lot, and that's a bad thing. I gotta really watch that because I thought that wouldn't do nothing to me, but it tripped me up bad. Anyways, I'm watching that Rick Ross BET Awards 2014 experience. 2014 was a good year, man. 2013 was one of my best years of my life in regards to earning money. Now, I don't like the house I was renting now. Like, when I think about it, like, damn, I wish I could have had a nicer house in a different city. I don't know why I was in that city making all that money. I was in London, Ontario. My mom said, oh, she went to college in London and all that. So I was like, all right, I'll live in London for a little bit. I'm making good money and all that. I thought I would be making good money like that forever. Like, I was making $8,000 a month, $5,000 a month back in 2013. It was a wonderful year for me. But it's the same like it's always been. You got to be getting a good sleep. You got to getting good, just working hard and always focusing on you. And don't get caught up in anybody else's work. That's the biggest thing is you can follow along with everybody and whatnot, but then you're falling into what they're doing. Like, if you're doing yourself, like, I'm sure everybody follows along with people. But the more you don't follow along with people, the more you are going to make money and you are going to shine. If it's all about you and your life and your path and you doing this and you doing that, it doesn't matter how bad it is in the beginning to how good it gets in the end. Like, you're going to get the most done. Because anytime, I mean, sometimes you can watch other people and you get ideas and influences and all that, but it gets beyond a certain point. Like, then you got to just focus on you. But really, a lot of the greatest people, they hardly looked at other people. They just always about them, what they're doing, their life mattered the most. Because all that shit is just subliminal, what is it called? Hypnosis. It's like you're literally just sitting there watching like of old video. I was going to say moving pictures on the screen and whatnot, but yeah, it's visually appealing. Sometimes I love entertainment, especially being an entertainer myself. When I watch entertainment, it's especially enjoyable. You just gotta watch how much you watch of it or whatever.